Good morning, third grade. So it's time for math, and we are going to continue learning more about time, but I want to first go over a little bit of a review of what we already know. So I'm going to display for you the face of a clock, and can you tell? Okay, now it's right. I know it's correct because the 12 is at the top. 12 is like our starting point. Now, we learned yesterday, or you probably already knew, that there are 5 minutes between each number so that we can count from here to here is 5. We don't say 5, 10, 15. We start at 0. 12 is like 0. We start at the beginning and we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's the halfway. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 minutes, and an hour has passed. So in the olden days, they had clocks that had 24 hours because we know there are 24 hours in a day because we have to include daytime and nighttime. That's how long it takes the Earth to rotate one time around. So we didn't just make it up, it's the way the Earth rotates. And so we used to have clocks that had 24 hours. And they had to be a bit bigger and they moved more slowly. And clock makers were looking for a way to save money on making clocks. And they thought, why don't we just do 12 numbers and the clock can go around twice? It'll have to go a little faster. And so then that's what they did. So little review, this is our clock face. I'm going to add our dials or our hands. One of those hands is shorter than the other. You can see this is the shorter hand. That is the one that tells the hour. And yesterday I said that's kind of like the baby. The baby gets to say what the number is. And then you are the big hand, the minute hand, and you get to count the minutes because you're better at counting than the baby. Okay? So today we're going to talk about how do we know when it's AM or PM. So right now, if I say it's 9:35, you might say, well, 9:35 in the morning or 9:35 at night. That's why it's important that we label AM or PM. So if it is 9:30 in the morning, that means it isn't quite noon yet. It's earlier than noon, so we are still after midnight AM. So all morning after midnight is AM. Now some of that time you're sleeping because it's dark. That's like midnight. We don't say midnight is 12 p.m. or AM. We just say 12 midnight. And then everything after midnight is AM until we get to noon. And everything past midday, noon is midday, everything past the middle of the day is PM. Okay? So let's take a look in our book on page 567. It says, Lauren's family is going hiking tomorrow at 7. How should Lauren write the time to show that they are going in the morning, not the evening? So it's 7 o'clock. They're going hiking at 7. Is it 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.? Well, if it's morning, that is after midnight, so 7 a.m., 7 after midnight. There's also a number line there that you can see, and you can see that we go from midnight till noon till midnight. So anything between midnight and noon is AM. Here's 7 a.m. Anything afternoon until midnight is PM. So it doesn't matter if it's light or dark out. Sometimes in the winter, it's dark when you eat dinner, but it's PM. But in the summer, it might be light out. It's still PM. So don't think about when it's light or when it's dark. That's day and night. AM and PM. AM after midnight, all morning, and PM past midday, which is noon. Let's look at we're going to go to the next page. Page 568. Callie's family is going for a canoe ride at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. How should Callie write that time? 3 afternoon, after midday. We don't say afternoon, past midday, it's past noon, PM, past midday. So she should write it as 3 p.m. Now we've got some clocks. And the first clock shows this time. The baby gets to say it's 4. And you get to say it's 5, 10, 15, 20. It's 4:20. Oh, but is it 4:20 in the morning, like when you're sleeping? Or is it 4:20 in the afternoon, like after school? Well, up above the clock it says, ride a bicycle. Would you be riding your bicycle at 4:20 a.m. when it's dark out and people are sleeping? Or would it be after school, after past midday, past noon, past midday? 4:20 p.m. is what we would write there. Look at the next clock. The baby says 11, and you say 34. So let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 34. So it's 11:34. But is it AM or PM? 11:34. Is that before lunch or is that after you've gone to bed? 11. Let's see. It says, oh, you're making a sandwich. Now, you want that sandwich for lunch. So it's not quite noon yet. It's 11:34 and it's not past midday, so it is still after midnight, AM. That's when you'd be making a sandwich, unless you're sneaking up out of bed at 4 or at 11:34. No, you're sleeping by then. Okay, the next one says you're getting ready for bed and it's 8:12. Would you be getting ready for bed at 8:12 in the morning? No. Or 8:12 at night. Some of you might already be in bed by that time. Some of you might just be getting ready to go to bed. So if it's 8:12 and it's nighttime, that is past midday. That's past noon. Past midday, PM. Let's turn. Here we have the same thing. You're eating breakfast. 7:17. It's 7. Let's see, there's 7 o'clock. And you say it's 7:17. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So it's about 5 or 7:17, excuse me, 7:17. And what are you doing? Oh, you're eating breakfast. So that would be early in the morning. It isn't noon yet, so it's not past midday. It's not past midday. It's after midnight. After midnight, a.m. Okay. You have a science test or a science class, and it's at, what time is that? Let's see, the baby says it's 1. Baby knows its numbers. Baby says it's 1, but you say, but it's, looks like this. So that means it's past 1. How much past 1? 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes past 1. It's 1:20. 1:20, and you're taking a science class. Would you be doing that after midnight or past noon? You would be doing that past noon, p.m. One more. You're playing softball. Look at the time. Baby says it's 4. And you say, well, it's a little past 4. It's 5, 6, 7, 8 past 4. 4:08. It's 4:08 and you're playing softball. Is it after midnight and you're playing softball at 4? It would still be dark. Or have we had noon and school's out? It's past midday, p.m. 4:08 p.m. Okay, I'm going to run out of time on this video, so I'm going to stop and I will continue with the assignment next.